Welcome back to Watts the Obsession True Crime. In this video, we are going to listen to Shanann Watts' brother's interview with law enforcement from August 21st, 2018. So Shanann, who was 15 weeks pregnant, and her daughters, Bella Watts and Cece Watts, were murdered by her husband, Chris Watts, back in August of 2018. It was a totally horrible crime. So when you're listening to this interview, it's important to know the timeline of when Shanann's brother, Frankie Jr., spent time with Shanann, Chris, Bella, and Celeste. This horrible, unthinkable crime happened less than a week upon the Watts family returning home to Frederick, Colorado from their stay in North Carolina. So as I mentioned, Shanann, Bella, and Celeste were in North Carolina for 6 weeks, and with the exception of just a few days, that entire time they stayed with the Rzucek family. Shanann, Bella, and Celeste stayed right in the family's home, in the Rzucek's home, and that's where Frankie Jr. was living as well. So for those 6 weeks, he saw Shanann, Bella, and Celeste on a daily basis. And then when Chris Watts came into town for that last week, he spent a few days at the Rzucek's house. So he spent, some consistent time with him as well. Now, when Shanann and her daughters went missing, Frankie Rzucek Jr. took to social media, as many people would. It's a smart idea. Get word out quickly to as many people as possible. When the bodies of his family members, Shanann, late in the evening of August 15th, and Bella and Celeste were recovered on August 16th, Frankie Rzucek grieved on social media, and the world grieved with him. He made this post to Facebook on August 16th, 2018. The post reads, "This video breaks my heart more than I can ever explain. This was taken as they were leaving to go back to Colorado, the last time I seen or spoke to either of them. I gave her one last hug and kiss as they were leaving, and I said, 'Make sure you slow down on getting so big.' She said, 'Okay, I love you, Uncle Frankie. Why are you crying?' I said, 'Because I love you and I'm going to miss you guys.' As tears streamed down my face. Then my sister Shanann sent me this video a few minutes later. She didn't want to let me go when they were walking out the door, and neither did I." So this is a video that Shanann sent Frankie of Bella being just absolutely brokenhearted that she's leaving her Uncle Frankie.
You're making me more sad because I miss
What's wrong, baby? Miss Uncle Frankie? Where's the shark going?
Wrong way, Bella. Wrong. That would have been funny. Turn your back so it's easy.
Aw, poor sweet Bella. Clearly, Frankie Jr. had a special relationship with Bella and Celeste. So the reason I'm uploading this video is because, well, by very popular request, and I uploaded the interview video with Frank Rzucek Sr. a few weeks back, and when I listened to both of them together, I found that both of the Frank Rzuceks say certain things about the interaction between the girls and Shanann, and then Chris and Shanann, and observations they make about Chris Watts' behavior in that time that he spent with the family just before the murders that I think is very critical to understanding this horrible crime. One of the very interesting things you'll hear very early in this interview is that even after Chris Watts murdered his sister and his nieces, he still has a lot of compassion and love for him. I think that the entire family, as well as Shanann, really just loved this guy and thought that he was a great addition to their family, and that he really loved Shanann, that he was a great husband and a great father. As we know from everybody that the media and law enforcement and cyber sleuths talked to who knew Chris Watts after this happened, nobody, except for maybe one person, knew that he would or could do anything like what he ultimately did. Another important thing that Frankie Jr. talks about in this interview is the night that Chris Watts joined Shanann and the girls in North Carolina. They'd already been there for 5 weeks, and Chris was coming out to meet them right at the very end of July for just 1 week. That night, Shanann was violently ill, and she was really sick for, at least a whole day. And she was, vomiting, had really bad symptoms. And in retrospect, he finds this to be very curious. Well, we know that Chris Watts gave Shanann Oxycontin in attempt for her to miscarry the baby, their baby that she was pregnant with. And there's a little more to that story as well that you're going to be finding out really soon. And it is very critical to finding justice, complete justice, and holding accountable all of those who were involved in committing this heinous crime. So what I really want to know from you guys is, do you hear anything in this interview that gives you kind of like an aha moment that makes you think, oh my gosh, well, that makes sense, that provides maybe an answer to some question that we have long, why this horrible case ever happened?
So we're just talking to everybody in the family, just getting kind of some background information, see if there's something that you never know when you might have a piece of information that triggers something else that we need to look into and stuff like that. So we're just trying to do a thorough investigation, talk to everybody.
It's all to help Shanann, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep, absolutely. I told you, Dad, I know this is a really tough time. I'm very sorry to have to meet you under these circumstances. I'm sorry for your loss. I can't imagine what you guys are going through. So I really appreciate you guys taking time to speak with us. And
No problem.
I know it's probably not an easy thing to do. So I really appreciate it. But like I said, we're trying to do the best, most thorough investigation we can for Shanann and the girls. So
Yeah. We just nerves, no more nerves.
Yeah.
I could even, I don't know, like the world coming in and I just like, oh, there it is.
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, let me just start off getting some information from you. It's Frankie,
Yes.
and your last name?
Rzucek.
Same as your dad?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's weird. I just made a post like a week before all this happened. I said, I'm the last one to, I could extend my family's last name, even though she couldn't anyway,
Mhm.
But it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's just so strange.
Yeah, of that.
Yeah, I'm the only Rzucek left. There's
Really?
some John, I don't even know who he is. I've met him on Facebook.
Oh, really?
He's not related to me at all. It's just weird.
Huh, yeah.
So I didn't know. It's a weird last name to have
Yeah,
someone else have.
that's not a common last name.
But we're probably related somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Who knows? But
Is he in, where is he at?
like Buffalo, New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Pretty close to where we grew up.
Yeah.
In New Jersey. It's
Oh,
close
really?
enough. Yeah.
What's your date of birth, sir?
November 8th, 1985.
And what's a good phone number for you?
910-315-1121.
And an address?
135 Forest Drive, same as him.
Okay. We'll just start off with if there's anything that you want to say or have been thinking about or anything that you think we should know.
And other than I told them, she wasn't sick at all until the day he got there, which I thought was real strange. And he didn't come out to take care of her at all. She was up all night, and I kept checking out her.
So this is in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
The day he got there, he was acting real standoffish, but we never thought it. Just didn't think anything. I think he didn't feel good, or he's tired from the flight, or we didn't think anything. He's just I don't know. He's acting a little weird, like distant, But I mean, if we'd have known any of this, like he was talking to someone else, I mean, boy, that would have been a whole different another story.
Yeah.
But I mean, my sister, she didn't act like anything was wrong until at all. Nothing. Like it was normal, same thing as it always has been.
She never said anything to you about them not getting along?
No, nothing.
Okay. How close were you with her?
Pretty close. She would tell me things like she wouldn't tell my parents.
Right. That's another reason to talk to everybody.
Yeah. And you know, and she's told her friends things she wouldn't tell me, you know, because she wouldn't want me to worry, and she knew eventually I'd probably tell my dad or mom.
Right.
So yeah, like at the beach when she found out about her lupus or something, it was something going on, and it was like acting up or something. She told me in like the elevator, she's like, "Don't tell mom and dad." I was like, "Okay," you know, this was like 5 years ago, but you know, I was like, "Oh, thanks," you know, I feel special,
Right.
thank you, but no, other than that, I mean, that's the only thing that I can say. I kept checking on her. She's always so private and so like not to worry about her. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. You know, like if I'm gonna get you wet rags. She was throwing up. She was throwing up, and she had a real bad headache. She's always had headaches. That's kind of why she had surgery in her neck. I guess that's why she had something wrong with her discs.
Okay.
And she just had it like, I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago. She had to wear one of the big braces. She has a scar. But I mean, I don't sleep good. I've been depressed for a couple of years, so I don't sleep till about 5 or 6 in the morning. I'll sleep 2 or 3 hours and I'll get up, as you probably can see. And I sleep when I can. And I don't know, I just kept checking out, you know, I'm in and out smoking cigarettes or whatever, and I go in and peek on her, and she slept on the couch, which I thought was odd, and that he never came out to see her, or you know, because he used to be like so like nurturing, and so like, I mean, I was almost like, dude, you're a little much, dude. Like, who cares? I mean, who's like that, you know? Like, he went from being like the best guy I could ever picture for my sister to guy I could care less what happens to him. You know, like I hugged him a week ago. Say, thanks, man. Thanks for everything. I'll see you. You know, and he helped me with my brakes on my truck. You know, I mean, he's a very smart mechanic. He was trying to help me with them, and I mean, he's giving me advice with them and things. You know, it was just so mind blowing. When he did the interview, we kind of knew. I was like, oh, there's no doubt. Especially with back in the truck and driveway. I was so mad. I wanted to get here, and I wanted to get him to the police station myself. But I'm glad that I didn't. Everyone stopped me, and they did what they did because he was stupid enough to say and blurt out things.
Yeah.
So thank God, you know, because they'd probably still be missing. You know, we'd probably still be looking. So, but I don't know. That's the only thing I really. I don't know. I'm kind of private myself, so I was like kind of in my room a lot. So, I mean, I wish I'd hung out with them more. Like being depressed, you kind of seclude yourself from people, and you know, I come out when I would feel good, and I go out and play with everybody, and I don't know. It was if I had known any of this, I would have spent way more time and you know done way more things. But I figured I was like, I'll see you guys in October. I'll come up for Halloween or something, you know, and go trick or treating with the kids. And the only thing, the other thing was weird at when Shanann, but this is I think for all moms, you know, like she was on the back porch, and I mean the girls could see her, literally see her, and she's on the phone like making a call, and she's like, okay, honey, just wait 1 minute, and they're screaming like bloody murder, like they would never see her again, like screaming, like hey, it's okay, mommy's okay. You see, here she is, you know. And they even if we opened the door, she'd go out to them, and then they'd go play somewhere else. They just wanted to know she was there, like by them. And I mean, that's a mom thing, but and I was like, damn, Chris, what are you, chopped liver, you know? And he was like, yeah, I know, right? And that was it. And then I thought, it was, you know, so I'm like my mom, you know, like, hey, dad, hey, mom, you know, it's a mom thing. But I don't know. He was. Dinner time, we had Bojangles, and they had like these little separate. You probably don't know what Bojangles. It's a chicken place.
I've heard
and
of
they
it.
have little things of coleslaw, and they only had like so many for like the family. And there was like one left, and I was like, Shanann, do you want it? She's like, no, you can have it. And Chris is over here scarfing his down, but he hasn't been there, so I was like, I didn't think, you know, they already had Bojangles once or twice, and he loved it. He grew up at his house, you know, and I was like, let him eat his, you know, and I was like, Shanann, eat it. She's like, no, it's okay, I promise. I'm like, you know, just eat it, you know. She won't. I don't know, it's just how we are. We're both stubborn, you know. So it was sat there in the fridge forever till someone ate it, but I ended up eating it. But I don't know. It's just I have no idea where this would even come from. I've come up with different scenarios in my head, you know. I don't know. know, like when you get mad at somebody and you know, I've been in arguments, fights with girlfriends, and you know, they say things that'll get you into a rage. You're like, oh hell no, you know.
Mhm.
And you know, I thought maybe he could have told her, or she was like, hey, well, where'd that $60 go to on your little trip you went to the baseball game? And I think he maybe could have told her what he did. He was on a date with his new girl, and she could have said, oh yeah, well, I was with some guy in North Carolina the whole time or something, and he could have done something and woke the girls up, and that's why he had to do that. I don't know. I could never see him hurting my sister, let alone like smacking her. I've never even heard her yell, get loud, curse. I mean, seriously, like,
You never heard
unbelievable.
any
No,
violence between them?
At our wedding, I'm crying, thanking God for him and being in my sister's life. And doing my speech, yeah. Yeah.
So one thing I just wanted to clarify, you said she got sick when he showed up in North Carolina? Is that
Yeah,
right?
well, it was that night. I don't know. We ate dinner, and he's on one side, she was on the other, but it's the table's up against the wall.
Mhm.
So, you know, that's just the way it is, because there's not much room at Mom's kitchen. And, I mean, I was like, I bet you guys missed each other, you know, you guys have fun tonight, you know, and they're like, yeah, you know, but I don't know. Now that I look at it, I kind of see it, but
Right.
then I didn't
Register.
think anything of it at all. And, but, I don't know, she just, I was in my room watching TV. It was about maybe 2 a.m, and I don't really know. It was late. Everyone was sleeping, and I heard something going on, and I went and peeked. I don't know if it was the girls or her, and I was like, "Hey, you all right?" You know, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "I'm just sick." And I said, "Was it pregnancy stuff?" And she was like, "Yeah, probably." And she said, "I'm dehydrated," and that's what she sent one of her girlfriends, and she actually made a post saying she was dehydrated here in the South, but she's not. She drinks water like she's like no one's business. Really, it's constantly, and she eats nothing but vegetables. And I have a garden in North Carolina. It's constantly getting her cucumbers and my peppers, and she'd make salads and things. And she's always healthy, always nut with that, you know, and keeping the baby healthy. That was her main thing, you know. And I was like, "Do you need anything? Can you take anything?" She was like, "No, I can't really take anything." I was like, "That's things, you know." I said, "Well, what can I do?" You know, she said, "It's just okay. I'll let you know." And she asked me for some shorts. I gave her shorts. It's actually the pair I brought with me. I wear them. But, I think I checked her 2 or 3 times, and I was just making sure she was okay. I'd like peek around the corner under the couch, make sure she was okay. And I think maybe she went in there so she didn't go back in her room, wake kids up, maybe, you know, so that's what I was thinking. But I heard they got in an argument that night on the back porch, so I don't know. I don't know what the argument was about. I wasn't even there, and I think it's my dad or mom or somebody said they got in a little argument. But
Okay. So you didn't hear the argument? Someone
no.
told you they did?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know. I know it was about his parents and stuff, that, you know, he had just gotten back from his parents. I think that was the night before they left to go home, maybe, because they had already went to the beach. I think it's hard for me to remember. It's just my brain is shot, really. But it was it wasn't the day. It was the day we got Bojangles, if I remember. So I'm pretty sure it was the day before they left, and to actually go home. But I was like, you know, I was like, well, the guy wanted to hang out with his family, and she was like, you know, she was gonna spend all week with us, and on the weekends go to his house, his family's house, so they all go swim, see the kids, and she's got pictures all to prove it. And you know, the nut thing kind of set her off, and the family could care less, so she said, screw it, I'm staying at my mom's house, you know. And her and my mom butt heads a lot, so she's like, man, how do you deal with this? I'm like, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. And see, me and my girlfriend, we had broke up a couple months ago, so I went back to mom's house, let her keep the condo. She had kids, so you know, what am I gonna take and let you not have a house with kids? So I was like, so I'll go back home, mom's and eat some good food, you know. But other than that, that's all I could really say. Or I lived out there I moved out there when she first had Bella, and
You moved to Colorado?
yeah,
Okay.
and back, it was like July 1st, and what's weird is I think I actually came home on August 13th, which is weird, really weird. It's gotta be around that day, because remember, it's only like 40 something days. I remember counting the days, because like I don't know, I was trying to like make it out there and make her happy, and we were having so much fun. And she was like taking care of me like a mom, you know. And whether she wanted to believe it or not, she's like my mom times 10, like way more, way more. Like anal, like if you put something here, it goes just here.
Yeah.
Here's where it goes, you know. But and he was, I mean, he was on point with things. Like I don't know, and I wanted to go to the beach with them, but I had to work. I was starting a new job, and a lot of times when I came home, the girls were always sleeping and things. So, I don't know. She didn't say anything. I don't remember saying anything at all about him, other than about the kids and stuff. I mean, it was just normal things.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing weird, nothing off the out of ordinary.
How long were you in Colorado?
Maybe a month and a half. Yeah, because I came home to be here by October for my family, my class reunion. That's what I remember, and I was like, I'll be back, and like we both cried, and we said our goodbyes, and I actually got like 2 hours away, or actually about an hour away, and I turned around and was starting to go back, so I was like, I can't leave my sister, you know, seeing her cry, and saying goodbye to Bella and stuff. I was like, oh, it was eating me up the whole way. And I was like, I got to turn back around, and I went back for like 20 minutes. I was like, I really want to go home, you know, and that's when my depression was really starting. I didn't know what was going on, you know, I just knew I was tired a lot and things, but I still got to get a doctor for that, because obviously it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with it.
So this was back when Bella was born. You said?
Yeah, and I was happy to help, you know, with Bella, and she was so like new mom, so everything's super clean and super everything's out of reach and things. And Cece was a whole nother story. She's a wild child, so no matter if you put things up high, she'll find it, she'll get it. You know, that's why she did the latches on the doors and things. She was a funny kid, I tell you. They went swimming at the house, and the day I got there, I first met Cece. I didn't see my sister in like 3 years, which I hate that, you know, being so far away. But they went swimming, and they had a great time, and I was playing with them, and there's actually a video made with the squirt guns, and we were playing. I was having a good time. And now, you know, they went inside and got changed in their nice clean clothes and dry clothes, and they come outside, and Cece and Bella went right by the pools, and Bella, she's just quiet and distant. She does her own little thing. Cece, she's just got to be here, get her. She's just crazy. She's a crazy little kid. Mm-hmm. And she's like, goes to put her foot over the pool, and Shannon's like, no, you just got changed. And she just looks at her like, dunk. I was like, oh my God. She's like, F you. And she's like, yeah, she knows I'm not going to get up. I'm just tired, you know? Yeah, I'm sure. Chasing her around all day, it was exhausting. Oh, yeah. It was. Even watching her was exhausting. But no, that's why we were more shocked and enraged, you know, to even, you know, we heard about it on the news first. I remember the computer, you know, me and my mom were inside, and we're calling people, trying to see who's heard anything, and I heard my dad scream on the back porch, and we were like, oh my God. And we run out there, and he's crying, and we read the big screen, you know, husband admits to murdering mother and children, and we were like, I don't know, it was awful. It was awful, something I'll never forget. Yeah. And,
I'm sorry you guys had to find out that way.
That's awful.
Not what we wanted to have happen.
I know. The way these media people are, it's unbelievable, man. Yeah. Seriously. And
I'm sorry you
right
had to
after
find
we
out that
found
way.
out, family's calling. We're calling family, and this lady Carol McKinley from ABC News. I didn't know. I was like, is this Aunt Carol? And she's like, yes. And I talked for about 30 minutes. You know, I was like, oh my God, can you believe this? You know, and crying to her. And towards the end of the conversation, she says something. I was like, who's this? She was like, oh, this is Carol such and such. And I was like, are you for real? You let me, you know, what a piece of shit, you know? And I said, well, you're not releasing any of these things I'm telling you, right? She's like, no, not unless you give me access, whatever.
Consent.
Yeah. And I was like, hell no. Especially since you took it from without me knowing, right. You know? That's just wrong. I was so mad. And ever since then, every time I answer my phone, I'm like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
Even I got their number saved.
Right.
You know? It's crazy. Like, people fucked up. They
Yeah,
really
it's
are.
terrible.
People creating fake accounts for like I said with the Chris thing, and
Yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, we're sitting there, I'm watching the video of this cortex. We didn't really get to see it, and all of a sudden it says Chris Watts sent you a friend request. I'm like, why send it to me?
Yeah.
Send it to some other schmuck.
Right.
It's like I was bad enough to see his face all over the internet and all over TV. It's like your family went from normal life to this nightmare circus. Cameras everywhere, lights everywhere, people texting, calling, and everyone's been so nice, so nice. It's like I don't deserve it. I feel like I don't. It's not for me. It's for her and the kids. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here's this. Here's some money. I'm like, no, please. It's just, I don't feel worthy. And I'd do anything to have them back.
Yeah.
If I can give everything back to them, I would. But I don't know. Seeing him today and watching him in a video, I feel bad for him. I do.
Yeah.
I really do. I can't help it. Nobody did to my sister, and then when I saw her house the other day, I saw a garage, knowing that was where they dead bodies left. It ate me up. But seeing him and watching him today, I was just, watching the video when I got the Chris Watts thing, I was like, I still feel bad for him. I have a heart in my chest, I do. And we loved the guy. We did. He was my brother. And it's just crazy.
Yeah.
They never fought, never did anything, never argued. Even Shanann, when I was there, when I moved out there, she was like, can you tell him to be a little bit of an asshole? Can you come down, call me a bitch or something?
Yeah.
And it's just one of those yes man, he was in love with her. That's why. He was in love. He was like obsessed. And I think maybe he probably had in his head, if I can't have you, no one will. And he either did that, and the kids had to have seen. I don't ever see any other way of why he would do that.
Yeah.
At all. I really don't. But there's no doubt in my mind my sister would never, ever, ever hurt some children. She found pistachios in my room and she went off on me. She's like, what are you thinking? That's the worst night she could be around. I was like, I'm sorry, I've been here for like months. I don't know. I'm sorry. They're on my shelf. And she's like, if you know Cece, she can get to them. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. So I went through my room, made sure everything was, everything, chocolate, whatever. And she's very protective, very protective. And she was all over them. And I don't know. She loves her kids. Loved her more than anything in this world. She wasn't even supposed to have kids. She had lupus. They told her she would never have kids. She almost had endometriosis when she was young. She had so many scares, and that's all she ever wanted was kids. Every time she seen a kid, she'd always hold one and walk around the house. She'd babysit them. I don't know. I have half the picture she's got with kids on her hips, all growing up. She just wanted to be a mom, and once she found out she was pregnant, it was crazy. Everyone was freaking out. I couldn't believe it, and then my parents, they all flew out. I wish I could have came, but that's when I ended up moving out here, and then they found out about Cece, and I was like, this is crazy, And then she found out she was pregnant again. I was like, oh boy, this is a boy this time. I know it. I had a feeling. My mom did that little test with the needle in the string.
Yeah.
And it said boy. And I was like,
really?
oh, this is going to be cool. I was so excited. Because, you got fun with your nieces and stuff all you want.
Right.
But boy, you can go fishing. I can do that with girls, but you know what I mean. It's
Right.
like
No, I understand.
boy things.
Yeah.
And I was so excited because I don't know if I could have kids. I tried with girls all these. I'm 33 years old, and I don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously something's wrong, But because they all have kids now, all my ex-girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
But and that's why I was like, well, screw it. I got some nieces. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll take care of them, spoil them. So now I got nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robbed them.
Yeah.
It's gotta be tough.
Yeah, it's my only sister, my only family member.
So you said she was sleeping on the couch when she was out there. Did she do that the whole time she was there?
No, not
Just-
once. Only when he was there.
Okay. Did she sleep on the couch the whole time he was there? Do you know?
He was there like one day, and then they went to the beach, and then they came back, and I'm pretty sure that was the night, and then she slept on the couch. the night before they went to the beach, they all slept in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many nights was he there?
Maybe 3. I think I passed by Dad. I
Okay.
don't know. I'm not gonna keep paying attention to stuff like that. It wasn't much because he was just supposed to come there and he was hanging out with us for a day, and then he was going to go to the beach. And the last day he came back, he was going to hang out with his family, and they were supposed to go to the beach with them. And I think they did, but they didn't meet up at all.
Really?
Because of that nut thing, yeah.
Yeah.
They had it planned, and his dad loved those kids, because he did, I feel sorry for his family. They gotta go through a whole lot,
Right.
I can imagine what they're going through. They lost nieces and their son, and I'm sure some of them had love for my sister, not the mom so much, but hey, it's their problem,
Right.
But, and I was keeping in touch with his sister through this thing, even after the interview, and oh boy, I knew immediately. And I was like, just ignore it. People are going to talk crap. Just ignore it.
The media interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, people commenting on his.
But I mean, his interview with the media.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, he's guilty. He's going to rot in hell. He's guilty as shit. And she's like trying to stick up for him. I was like, just let it be. And I said, we all love Chris. We're all still family. Whether people butt headed or not, there's a family missing right now, and that's what we got to worry about. And she said something. She said, I'm worried. I'm scared for everybody, is what she said. And I thought that was kind of weird. I'm scared for everybody. I was like, but still again, Chris, not the Chris we know.
Yeah.
So I was like, well. But then after, like I said with the interview, I was like, this is just all too much. This is immediately him laughing. That was just not him. It's like the devil got into him and turned him into a whole different person.
Yeah.
I mean, no, just shut him off. Like, he was never like a hyper and happy guy. He's always kind of, I don't know. He just didn't get excited about things. He didn't really show emotion. But now he's like really not showing anything.
Yeah.
But that's, I was
What's his sister's name?
Jamie Watts. No, yeah, Jamie. Hang on. It's not Watts anymore. I'd have to go through a bunch of messages. Because I remember seeing it like in my head the other day. Hang on, I'll get it. But she was, me and everyone deleted and blocked each other. Me and her stayed friends at all of them. Because I didn't have no problems with nobody. I'm easy going, If you don't mess with me, I'll mess with you. You and Shannon have problems. That's your problem, That's not on me. That's you guys, And their family become like our family. And like I said, his dad. He posted pictures of those little girls every day, and every time Shannon posted something, he would comment and love and like it, and Ronnie, he was a good dude, and I can imagine they're probably losing their jobs over this, and God knows, because people are coming to their jobs, and parents had nothing to do with this, as far as I know. Even if they did, they weren't here. They didn't make them do it. And the thing with strangulation, it's like you have a chance to stop doing what you're doing, or you can continue. And then you're done with one, you still have choices to go to the other two. That's what, I don't know. I keep seeing it in my head, like in his point of view of my family's faces.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I asked God to get it away from me. I don't want to see that anymore. I don't know why. I guess like either Shannon's talent showing me or what, but I wish it would go away.
How far away is
Jamie
this
Watts Williams is her name.
Watts Williams?
Yeah, on Facebook. Yeah, she
Do you have her phone number, or do you just talk to her through Facebook?
No, it's just through Facebook, yeah.
Messenger, or do you call her on Facebook?
No, we never were close like that. This was like the only time, I think January 9th, 2014 was the last time I talked to her on here.
Oh, okay.
Before this. But I said, she said, no one was talking to nobody for no reason. And when they went missing, and my parents, we all thought that was kind of odd, but I think they were scared for their son, and they didn't want to, because anything said could have been misconstrued. And she said to me out of nowhere, she said, "Hi, I just want you to know I'm scared for everyone involved." And I said, "Thank you. you and I both, this is crazy. We are torn up, disbelief and shock. Thanks again. Just pray as much as possible. She said, oh, trust me, I know I haven't said anything, but honestly, I'm trying to figure it out. She said, I just can't. People are making the most horrible assumptions. I said, no, that's Facebook. I try not to read the comments. Some people are assholes. I'm sorry. She said, someone's asking me, what's the mark on his neck? And oh boy, I saw it. I'm like, how did no one see that? You know? And I was like, I know they are, you know, she's trying to play both sides, try to be nice, you know, even though it's eating me up. I'm still a nice guy. I don't care. Even like with my posts, I'm praying for his family. I am. I'm praying for him, you know. I said what I said the first day. You know, I said make respectful to her and to us. And she said, I appreciate that comment. I appreciated that comment. And I said, please just ignore it. We all are going through enough. We don't need the extra stress either. She said, I'm doing my best. Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. I said, thank you so much. Same here. And she did a heart. And I said, I love you guys. Stay strong. I'm so worried about them. We can't even think straight. She said, me too. I'm a mess. I said, this feels like something out of a scary movie or some nightmare. I'm in shock. I don't want to believe any of this. My sister and nieces are all I have. And Chris is like a brother to me. You guys became our family. Yes, some butt heads, but this all needs to be put aside because there is something more important thing to worry about right now. All of our sanity and the precious lives of 3 kids and my only sister. She said, I totally agree. We are family, and yes, lots of crashing heads at time, but big bold letters. We all want them home. I just can't believe the onslaught of people attacking him. I said, I understand people don't know him like we do, but don't let it bother you. It will make you insane. I know you love your bro as we do. Just ignore it and trust me. She said, trust me, I'm trying. I'm getting feisty though. My brother would never hurt anyone. I said, oh, I know. That's blood. You fight for the ones you love. I'd be the same way, which I am. Don't let it bother you. People won't stop. And once they know they got you, they'll keep going. They're heartless. And she said, they are ridiculous. And this was the next day at 11 a.m. I said, hey, I just wanted to say I love you guys. I'm praying that we get some good news soon. And she said, love y'all too. Praying so hard. And then that was at 4 p.m. So she took her all day and messaged me back. And then that's the day I'm pretty sure we found out. And that's when I said that, and I blocked her immediately. I didn't want her to see what I wrote because, she loves her brother, just like I love my sister. And I'll do whatever the hell it takes to find him, And I was trying to get out here as much as I got. If someone would have paid for my ticket, I'd have been here. And it probably wouldn't have been good, And it's probably good it happened the way it did because then nobody would know anything. Because I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It wouldn't have been good.
I can understand that.
But that was the only person I talked to. I mean, I don't talk to his parents or nothing. And her husband, he's a little weird guy too, but he's nice. He's a nice guy. He's just.
How far away do they live from you guys?
Spring Lake, I think. So I don't know, like it's almost towards Fayetteville. We're like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour from Fayetteville. So I only went to their mom's house once for Bella's birthday or something like that. It's before Cece came, and Bella was just a little baby, but that. I'm pretty sure they stay kind of close to each other, but my dad knows. He knows where they live.
Okay.
Pretty sure he knows the address and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, I don't know. I was trying, it's as hard as I knew in my head immediately. As soon as I heard his truck back in the driveway, all the doors were locked from the inside out. Someone had to come in through that garage. Someone had to leave through that garage. And that was the only way. And I immediately knew. Shannon's stuff ripped off her bed. Her ring was on a counter. I see my sister in my head. I know my sister. I know she took her ring off. She's like, you have the house. You have everything. I just want my kids. And she probably took the kids and the phone and was going to walk out and maybe he attacked her onto the couch. And the girls were like, mommy. And then, I don't know. I got like 20 different scenarios that I built up in my head. But that's the only other way. Because, God knows. I've been mad enough to want to not strangle anybody, but like be, you know, I don't know, like my ex-girlfriend, she bit a hole out of my arm. And I didn't do nothing, but boy, I was like so mad. I was like, Jesus, what the hell's wrong with you? I took her phone, I just was doing like this, and I was playing with her. She's like, bit a hole. I have a scar, I'll show you. And she bit a hole in my arm. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But I mean, never. And I don't know, she would do that. I know that for a fact. I put that on my whole life.
How often did you talk with Shannon?
Not as much as I wish. You know, she posted every day.
Yeah.
So I would comment and love and, you know, do that. And it seemed like more often I would, like here recently before she came, I guess, because I guess I knew she was coming, and I always loved the girls' pictures and things like that. And I don't know, it's hard to remember back. You know, I didn't really pay attention to much. You know, I just went with the flow.
Yeah.
My life is a whole nother crazy mess. So, you know, trying to remember and you know, I don't know. But I don't know. They said there's like someone we could talk to here, like a psychiatrist or whatever. Not a psychiatrist, but I mean, we had a family doctor at home that they all got to see before they left. I don't have one, you know, and I mean, I don't like need to go see a therapist. But I would like some like medication or something because I don't sleep. It's getting even worse. I'm sure you can see it under my eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm going crazy, you know, really in my head. Like, I mean, I'm fine mentally, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just.
This is a tough thing. This will wear on anybody. So
it's gonna be years. You know?
You gotta take care of yourself, man. If you need to go see somebody,
yeah,
go see somebody.
Well, I guess we'll be home in a few days. We'll do something.
Yeah.
Because I got back problems. I got spinal stenosis and neck problems, just like Shannon did. And, you know, it's been killing me. I don't know what the heck it is. Again, when I look to the right, I got to do this, but that's at least my worries.
Yeah.
You know, I can fall apart. I don't care. I just, you know, I'm going to get this solved and get it just deserved. Do. So
we're doing the best that we can.
And I appreciate it. Thanks for everybody's help. You know, my post, I said to Cal for Dragon, if I was mad, I'm sorry.
No, I
didn't
understand.
know. You know, I know. And now
we
I
understand. Yeah.
And I was so mad. And
we're used to it.
I know. And I've done against Cal. I have a bunch of Cal friends. And, you know.
No offense taken.
I just didn't. I wanted them to be found sooner, you know, because I want to be able to see them again, you know, and hug them.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them like they are now, which I'm probably going to, but, you know, it's going to be rough. But I don't know. I don't remember them like that. So I don't know, because I already have enough in my head.
Yeah.
I've seen them. And I don't know why. It's like every time someone asks me, hey, what do you think happened? It's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, I see it. It's like my sister's playing it for me like a film or something. It's weird. And then, I don't know if my dad told you, but the day we got here, we dropped off our stuff. We went downstairs and got off the elevator, and boom, there's a girl standing there, identical to my sister. I've never seen anybody ever look like my sister. I have a picture. I took a picture of her. Yeah, I mean, my dad, I look over and every goosebump in his body was standing up. His hair was sticking up this high. And I mean, I wanted to like run up to her and be like, are you fucking with us? You know, are you playing?
Yeah.
Is this fake? And I went over and I literally had to go over and like look at her face. And I was like, you know, damn, you know, too bad.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And then like we went to the gas station to get some lighters, and this little homeless guy just walked around and he was like, stay strong. I was like, wow, you know, I don't know. I believe in things like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, he was, I mean, I get a friend, every time you hear that, it's my friend request.
Friend request, yeah.
I even changed it to friend of friends, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so ridiculous.
Wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, it was, I mean, she had the same outfit, same hair, stopped the hair, jet black. I mean, same type shirt, same spandex pants,
Really?
flip flops. I mean, it was her. It was.
Maybe it's a sign.
I know. It was unbelievable. Yeah, it's like my dad said, no, she's telling us she's here with us, you know.
Yeah.
But I already knew that. But, you know, it was like a, you know, like I felt better. I was real sad at the moment, but I felt better. Like when we left, I was like, you know, okay. But, you know, it comes and it goes. You know, 1 second I'm like, I forget all about it. And then and then I see it on TV, or I look at my phone, or you know, I have a tattoo about her. You know, it's a lupus ribbon I got. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it. That was the first one, and my dad got one, and my mom.
Saw your dad's.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it just says Shanann, and
Yeah.
but I got it before our first lupus walk that we did, and I couldn't wait to show her, and it was so sore. Oh my God, the guy who did it was like 400 pounds.
Oh, really?
He stuck. It's all awful. It's got to be redone. And I swear, I could feel it. My whole rib cage, like, like it felt like it was tattooing my nipple, I guess, because of all the nerve endings. Oh my God, it hurt so bad. But she was like, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you put it there?" I said, "Well, they said the worst place to put it was right there." And I said, "I want to feel some of the pain that you do."
Yeah.
You know. And she said, "Well, why there?" I said, "Well, close to my heart." You know. And I said, "Eventually, when you have kids, I'll put them there." You know. And she's like, "Oh," and she cried, and we hugged, and you know, it hurt for hell. It hurt like hell for days. But I don't regret it ever. I'll never regret it. Like that one here from my cousin that died 15 years ago. You know, it's like my ex-girlfriend in Canada said, you know, I've never seen anybody go through as much as you have in your life. I mean, I've been to at least 50 funerals in my lifetime. You know, friends, family. I got no grandparents. No, I mean, I got one best friend, you know, but it's pretty crazy. People ODing all the time, you know, old friends or car accidents. You know, so my cousin died of a car accident. He was 24, but July 27th, he'd have been 38. So yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah. It's been a wild ride.
Been rough, huh?
Yeah, I never thought this would happen. That's for sure. You know, if you're gonna take your anchor out on my sister, God, that would have killed me. But man, you know, these poor little kids had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything ever. They're so happy and so full of life. Yeah. And it's just so weird that Bella, you know, she was hugging the hell out of me before they left, and she didn't do that the whole time. The whole time she would not let me go, and she's being silly. She was like, "Uncle Frankie's in the house." She was like deepening in her voice. Yeah. Oh man, it was made me melt. You know, even her just when they say Uncle Frankie or even Frankie, I didn't care. You know, they didn't call me Uncle. You know, but Cece, it's too much for her to say Uncle. She's like Frankie, Uncle Frankie. But Bella, she was just a kind heart. She was gonna be like me, I think. You know. And Cece was going to get her some trouble. Yeah. I think so, yeah. It sounds like it. I said she's a little adrenaline junkie. She's going to jump out of airplanes. And she was fearless, very fearless. If there was a snake, ooh, snake. You know, she wasn't scared of anything. Really? Yeah. So.
Well, those are the good memories, man. Those are the ones you want to hold on to.
Yeah, I wish I could have got to know more, you know. But thanks to Shanann and Facebook, I got to see them grow. Yeah. You know. So I'm glad she did that. I mean, there's millions and millions of pictures. Yeah. She loved those kids. All she did was take pictures. And that one picture I have is my Facebook cover. It's 4th of July. We were getting ready, and I was like, let me go get ready first before we take a picture. She's like, no, they look so cute. Let's take a picture real quick. I'm like, no, Dad, please. You know, it's like, please, I won't post it. Okay. And she posted it. And everyone loved it, so I was like, screw it, you know. And, you know, I wanted to be red, white, and blue like they were. I wanted to dress up for 4th of July, you know, take them out and carry them to go see fireworks. And we get there, and it's poured down rain. We missed the fireworks. Oh, no. Yeah, we had to go back home. But I recorded them on my phone for the girls, and they would be like, they'd be upset if you see them without them. I was like, well, I mean, they all left. Like, I met them there, and when we got there, we were all hiding underneath the tent, and my dad was holding Bella, and my mom was holding Cece, or Shanann was, one or the other. And I mean, it was coming down like out of nowhere. And I thought I was gonna cancel fireworks. It was so bad. And everyone left, and I went to Panera Bread. I'm pretty sure you guys went to Panera Bread. I went to go get some broccoli soup for everybody. You know, I was gonna go home. I was like, well, I'll clear it up. I said, I want to go see the fireworks. You know, it's only gonna be 30 minutes anyway. So I stopped there, and I was like, I'm recording it for the girls. I don't even think I even watched it because I was so busy trying to record it. Yeah, and then they get to the house, and she was like, you know how mad they would be if you seen him without them. I was like, oh shit. I can say someone sent it to me, you know. Yeah. But I don't even think we ever showed him, you know. But the broccoli soup. I was like, can Cece have this? She was like, I don't know what's in it. I was like, I don't know. Like I'd have to look up the ingredients. I mean, she was that worried. Any little thing. Ever since she had the epileptic shock, whatever you want to call it, she's been scared to death. And she, you know, She was a nervous wreck constantly. Yeah, she followed every little thing she did. We put everything up that she couldn't eat, you know, and we bought everything she could and put it on her level. So she went to grab something, it'd be something she wanted. And she was like everything she would read. If I had candy and I'd be like, hey, can I give them a piece? And she wouldn't let me see it. And she'd read every little word, you know. And so that's why I mean, you can look at it, you can watch one video and know she didn't do it, you know. So, but other than that, you know, other than that, that's all I really know.
Nothing else that you can think of, or any questions that we haven't asked you, anything like that?
No, just what people say. You know, that they thought that he was cheating, and as Shannon said, well, if he is cheating, he doesn't have any game or something like that. I said, well, it would be something she'd say, you know. But
she never said anything to you about it?
No, I wish she did.
Yeah.
I do. I wish, because you know, I don't know what I could have done, but I don't know. I probably would have busted his ass in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And got it out of him, that's for sure. No matter how big he got, I ain't scared of nobody, especially for my sister. You know how many fights I've gotten to how many times I got beat up because of my sister? You know, guys were men in school, you know, with the old Dare pins, they're actually pins, now it's stickers. They're poking her on the school bus, they're poking her, and I'm like, leave my sister, a bunch of black boys. I was like, leave her the hell alone, you know? She said, stop. And I'm like, oh yeah, you gonna do something about it? And they like grabbed all their books and they like hit me on the head. That's probably why I got neck problems. And he just stomped me out on the bus right then and there. The bus driver, they didn't do nothing. Yeah, but you know, I didn't care. I'd do anything. Yeah, it's my sister. It's my only sister, and she took me to her senior prom because I didn't have a date. You know who does that?
Oh, really?
Senior prom.
Yeah.
And she was loved by many men. Any guy would want to be with her, and they were upset today that she took me instead of him, but I was proud, you know. And she always got me girls to dance with. It's all her older girlfriends and things. So I was like, I had it made growing up. I did, yeah. I like dated all her friends. She's like, what friend didn't you date? You know, like, I don't know. There's quite a couple. I still can, you know. But yeah, I'd never do nothing. Nothing. If I did, I'd tell you. I promise I would. But nothing. Because anything I could say to help, I would. Because I'd put him under the jail if I could, but I wish I did.
Well, I appreciate you taking time to talk to us. I know it's not easy, and
thanks for trying.
I can't imagine what you guys are going through. So,
and I'm sorry for. I mean, like I told the coroner, but I'm sorry that you guys had to see and do, and whoever had to find them. I can only imagine they got to see that in their head. You know,
appreciate that.
I couldn't imagine. I feel sorry for everybody involved. You know,
Thank you.
I'm watching people on the news crying that I don't even know who the heck they are. They don't know who they are and crying. I mean, it means a lot. It did. Like the kid last night, he said, you know, he said something about what if the one girl seen the other girl, you know, it happening to them. He starts breaking down. I was breaking down. I'm like, man, this poor kid. He just got off work, but I went by just to drop off a baby bear, and all these kids were dropping off their favorite toys. You know, I'm like, oh man, I wish we could give it back to them. Say the girls want you guys to have it. You know.
It touched a lot of lives.
Yeah, we're gonna donate them to the St. Jude or something, and give all the babies, all the bears and stuff, all the things that can be salvaged. You know, because you know what else are we gonna do? I mean, we took a couple things that we could, some cards and things, but you know, I'd like to have some of their things, you know, like their blankets and things. But you know, but I mean, it's the yard's getting bigger and bigger. They keep piling stuff up. I just every time. It keeps breaking my heart. Yeah. Like, I want to go there so bad. I want to go in the house. I do. As bad as I know what happened in that house, it's probably all going to hit me. But my sister loved her house. She worked very hard for what she had. And before she got with Chris, she was very wealthy. She had a huge house in Charlotte. You can look it up. Huge house. I mean, she did all on her own. She was making almost $500,000 a year at 20-something years old, like 22 years old. She was doing very good. She was very, very smart. She was very business savvy. It's like I said, she could sell ketchup to a ketchup factory. Like she could. I don't know how she did it. I mean, I know she was pretty, but she could talk the talk and walk. You know. So, and I was, you know, I had a lot to keep up with. You know, the competition. You know, just made me look bad. You know, I go to my mom and dad's house, and here you are in 2 houses already, 2 kids. You know, working on your 3rd, married, happy. You know. And the wedding, if you watch the wedding video, I mean, it would kill you. They're so happy. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, he was so awkward. He did like this little, he tried to do this Magic Mike dance, and he's so awkward.
Oh, really?
But he did it all for her, and yeah.
Huh.
Guy was a goofball. But, you know, I made us all love him more. He did it just for her.
Right.
You know, who cared was watching, you know. And he's shy like me. I'm a shy guy, you know. I probably would never do that. I don't care how much I loved her, you know. But I don't know. I met one that loved me as much as I love them yet, so we'll see. But yeah, that was, I don't know. And it's whoever made the video, whoever she had to edit and stuff, it was fantastic. They did a fantastic job. They did. And I don't know if I'll be able to watch it again, but it's a good one, you know. And his family didn't come to the wedding. They didn't come to Cece's birthday. You know, that's upset Shannon a lot. You know, not for her, but for Cece. That's something they're gonna remember. You know. But that's something they're gonna regret forever now.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know.
We still have those memories.